Hi guys, thank you so much for purchasing the wedding guide templates for Canva. I really hope you like them. Hopefully this video tutorial kind of runs through everything and explains everything a little bit more, but I promise Canva is really easy to use. It's super intuitive, it's very sort of drag and drop and sort of self-explanatory, so hopefully this all makes sense. So the first thing you're going to want to do to access your template is click on the link, and that will take you to a new window, and you just want to go use template and it will pop up. If you haven't got a Canva account, it's just going to prompt you to make one, or you can log in via Facebook or Google. But the first thing you're going to want to do is go File, Make a Copy, and that will just bring up a new tab. And the reason you're going to want to do this is just so that if you ever did want to revert back to the original, you can really easily, it will already be saved into your Canva account rather than going back to the original link, if that makes sense. So yeah, I just recommend making a copy, and we can name this as well, so we can just call that Wedding Guide 2021, for example. There we go. So there's plenty of little options in the sidebar, but to be honest, most of this you won't need to worry about. The main things we're going to use is the Uploads tab, the text, and possibly the background if you're going to want to change the background, and possibly elements if you want to add in new elements, for example, new images. So first thing I'm going to show you how to do is to add in your own images. So these are a few images that I've already got uploaded onto Canva, but to upload some more, you can literally just drag and drop. It's super easy. So let's just find a few. Oh, maybe not that one. There we go. Just drag, and it'll take a couple seconds to upload. There we go. Yeah, super easy. And then all of these placeholder images, you literally just drag and drop and fill it in. If you change your mind, say you want a different picture, just put that in its place, but I think that original one was better. Yeah, change the text. So obviously you're going to want to change your name, so you could put Laura Williams Photography. There we go. And you might want to change that text box as well, it's a bit small. There we go. And the good thing with Canva is as well is there's lots of auto alignment going on. For example, yeah, you see these little pink dotted lines, or the pink lines. That means that it's centered and centered into place. So that's what you want. So you don't really want it like that. That's just a bit, yeah. So it kind of helps guide you. And we're going to change this as well. Website Laura Williams weddings.co.uk. There we go. So that's effectively the cover is done. There's plenty of other images as well. But as you go through, you will notice that there are these little page number things in the corner. So I have locked these, and that is just so you can't accidentally move it or accidentally mess up or anything. But if you did want to change them, for example, you wanted to change the colours, the font, or if you were moving the pages around, you might need to change the numbers in accordance. So to do that, you would literally just press unlock, and then you could go in and make those edits. But you don't need to do that. Don't worry about that. So let's go on to page. Okay, so let's put a picture in. So, okay, as you can see, the text doesn't look quite great here. So we can even move the image like that. Or I'm going to press Ctrl Z here to undo. We can move the text. We can even make the text smaller. So highlight it, and you can just bring that down, drop that down again. Really easy. If you wanted to change the font, you would just, so let's say change the font of this, click on that. So Canva does come with loads and loads of free fonts as standard, or you can pay an upgrade and then you can have all of these fonts with the little yellow crown, or you can upload your own fonts if you do have specific brand fonts that you want to use and they're not available on the Canva free version. you can absolutely do that with the paid version. So let's say we want to change it to this. That was super easy. And then maybe we want to change the size. There we go. I wouldn't recommend changing the size of everything, just because if you change the size on one page, you kind of need to do it consistently throughout, so it all feels professional, cohesive, and consistent. So you don't need to change the sizings. Don't worry about too much about that. You might want to for the headings, but all I'm going to say is just try and keep it consistent throughout. Otherwise it might look a little bit all over the place. So that is the fonts. Let's do colours as well. So let's bung some pictures in just so it looks a bit nicer. There we go. So colours. You can change the colour of the background by just literally clicking the background. You'll have a little box come up here. There are some random default colours here, but let's be honest, I'm not going to want to use any of those. You can click on this little plus here and just make your own colour. If you have a specific colour hex, you can just paste that into there. Or, like I said before, you can just drag and find a nice colour, find a nice shade of beige. Go a little bit darker. Lovely. If you did choose a darker colour, just bear in mind you would want to change the contents, numbers, and the text just to a lighter colour, just so you can see it. Let's go with this. There we go. And now we want to change the colour of this. Super, super easy. There we go. Another thing you're going to want to do as well is customise these testimonials to your own. If you don't have too many testimonials, you can definitely take them out. It will still flow, but it is really good kind of idea to, you know, the couple booked you, just reinforce the idea that you're great. So once you have put all of your images in, you've customised everything you want, you've read all the text and just made sure it all resonates with you, you can export it. So to export it, you want to go to this little download icon at the top, click here, and I recommend doing PDF standard if you're just going to be emailing this out to people. And the reason why you're going to want to do PDF standard rather than PDF print is because PDF print will be a large file type. It'll be very high resolution. It'll probably be, with all of your images, way too big to email. So I recommend doing PDF standard. You'll want all of the pages, then just go done, download. That'll take a moment, and then that'll just be in your downloads folder. Go. Okay. So obviously I haven't customised everything just yet, but this is what it would look like. Another option you can do, if you didn't want to export it as a PDF and you wanted to send it as a link instead, you can do that. Just go share, and you can do share. You don't want to do share a link to edit, whatever you do. Share a link to view. So copy link, and now that'll be pasted to your clipboard, and then you could just paste that, and then you would send your clients this. And this can be a better option actually, because sometimes when you send a file as an attachment, certain inboxes can kind of read that as junk, and they will just move it to your junk folder, and that's not what you want. You want your clients to be able to read their guides and not find it in their junk 2-3 weeks later. So these are intended to be used for digital purposes, but you absolutely can print them. If you did want to go down the printing route, you would just want to go PDF print and then check crop marks and bleed, and then just do the download, and it will just work exactly the same as before. And then that is what you would send to your printer. I hope all of this made sense and it wasn't too overwhelming or anything. It is really, really easy to use and intuitive. Just have a little play, move things around. You can't really break anything in Canva. And if you do kind of decide, oh, you're not really liking how anything's going, just go back to the original, go back to the the one that you saved earlier, and you can just start again. But yeah, hopefully that made sense. If you do still have any more questions, then do feel free to reach out to me, send me a DM or send me an email, and I will get back to you. Thanks.